Om Shanti. Murli date 17th May 2022. Essence. Sweet children, you have been going on physical pilgrimages for half a cycle. Now go on this spiritual pilgrimage. To stay in remembrance of the Father while sitting at home is a wonderful pilgrimage. Question: what one thing about the children amazes the Father very much? Answer: you were stumbling around for this property and calling out for half a cycle. The one who gives this property has come, and yet, after you belong to him, you then divorce him. So the Father is amazed by this. While moving along, some children fall instead of ascending. Question: which children receive very good alms from the Father? Answer: the children who very carefully look after the sacrificial fire of Rudra created by the Father and who constantly follow Srimad receive very good alms from the Father. Song: our pilgrimage is unique. Om Shanti. Your spiritual pilgrims heard the song. You children are spiritual pilgrims. Those people who go on pilgrimages are called worldly pilgrims. Those physical pilgrimages continue for half the cycle. You have been on pilgrimages for birth after birth. They go on physical pilgrimages and then return home. This is your spiritual pilgrimage. Those people are physical guides. You are spiritual guides. Who is the master of you guides? The incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He is called the original father of the Pandav army. You know that you were body conscious and the Father has now come to make you soul conscious in order for him to take you souls back home. You are now on a spiritual pilgrimage. It is not a question of using your physical organs in this. When they go on pilgrimages, they always remain pure. But when they return home, they indulge in vices. It is householders who go on pilgrimages. The path of isolation is in fact different from the household religion. It is always Brahmins who take people on pilgrimages. There is a song: we went around in all directions and yet remained distant from the Father. The Father is now making you pure in order to take you on this pilgrimage. He will take you to the land of liberation and the land of liberation in life. And then you won't come back to this impure world. They go on physical pilgrimages and then come back and engage themselves in dirty business. On pilgrimages, they are even forbidden to become angry. They especially don't become impure during that time. It takes them 3 or 4 months to go on the pilgrimage of all 4 directions. You souls know that you are now going there, Paramdham. The Father's order is, remember me as much as possible. This is the pilgrimage to the land of liberation. You are now going there. You are residents of that place. The Father tells you every day, remember me, so that your sins can be absolved and you will continue to move forward. You go on this pilgrimage while sitting at home, and so it is a wonderful pilgrimage, is it not? All your sins are burnt away with the fire of yoga. You have been going on physical pilgrimages for half the cycle. At first, there was the unadulterated pilgrimage, and then it became the adulterated pilgrimage. It is Shiva alone whom you worship at first. You then worship Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, and then Lakshmi and Narayan, etc. Now they worship everything: cats, dogs, pebbles, and stones, etc. The Father explains, children, all of that is the worship of dolls. They don't know the occupation of Shiv Baba or the deities. Dolls don't have an occupation. Not to know the occupation of Shiv Baba is like worshipping stone. However, some of their desires are fulfilled. There are no physical pilgrimages in the golden age. Where would temples, etc., come from there? This is the corrupt world. They consider themselves to be impure, which is why they go to bathe in Gangas. The significance of the Kumbh Mela has also been explained to you. This is the true confluence. It is remembered that souls and the Supreme Soul remain separated for a long time. The beautiful meeting takes place when you find the Sadguru. The Sadguru, the purifier, comes and meets you in the form of an agent. He doesn't have his own body. He gets you souls engaged to him through this agent. That is, he gives you children his introduction. Children, I have come to take you on a pilgrimage to the land of peace and then send you to the pure world. You children know that Bharat was pure. There was just the one original eternal deity religion. The Aryan religion didn't exist. There are the Aryans and the un-Aryans. If the deities are said to be the Aryans, who ruled in the Aryan religion? Those who are civilized are said to be Aryans. At this time, all are un-Aryan, uncivilized, and uneducated. They don't know Bab Dada at all. The highest on high is Shiv Baba. And then there are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. And then Prajapita Brahma, father of people. Therefore, Jagadamba, world mother, is also the mother of people. The creation of Brahmins takes place through this one. You are adopted children. Who adopts you? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. You know that you are his children. However, You forget the father and became orphans. No one knows the occupation of God, the Father. The Father comes and makes such ones pure. It is the Father who gives you children teachings for purity. You now have to remember the place where you have to go. Maya repeatedly makes you forget. This is a battlefield. You belong to the Father, and Maya then makes you belong to her. This is a play between God and Maya. Some are amazed after belonging to Baba. They listen to him and then run away. Maya too is very strong. No one apart from the Father can teach you to battle using the power of your intellect's yoga. By having yoga with the Almighty Authority Father, you receive strength. You know that you will become pure and then return home. You have taken those bodies in order to play your parts here. We have completed our 84 births. This is a short but great, benevolent confluence age of the final period. All of you Gangas of knowledge have emerged from the ocean of knowledge. The Father says, continue to remember the Father, and your lifespans will increase, and you will become immortal. There will never be untimely death for you, future 21 births. You automatically shed your body when it is time for you to take another one. Stay in remembrance of the Father while walking and moving around. You make the world pure by having His remembrance. The Father has come to purify you. The sapling of those who were deities will be planted. They have now become Shudras, and some have ever been converted to other religion. All of them will continue to emerge. All have their own sections. Here too, all have their own customs and systems. The sapling of the original eternal deity religion is being planted. Those who had become Brahmins first are the ones who will come. You cannot become deities without first becoming Brahmins. If you don't belong to Brahma, you cannot claim your inheritance from Shiv Baba. Those who belonged to the deity religion will definitely come into the Brahmin religion. You have now become flowers from thorns. You don't cause sorrow for anyone. The greatest enemy is Ravan. The enemy of 5 vices is incognito. He has been making everyone fight for half the cycle. He made them fall and also made them impure. The Father has now created a sacrificial fire. The unlimited Father has created the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra, into which everything has to be sacrificed. The soul is sitting on the horse body. The name is the sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra in order to claim sovereignty. Such a big sacrificial fire has been created for the establishment of heaven. You know this world is now to be transferred. you have this intoxication in your hearts. Baba has created a sacrificial fire, and it has to be looked after very carefully. Those who follow Srimad will receive very good alms. If you look after the sacrificial fire well, you become the masters of the world. You have been stumbling around searching for this property for half the cycle. The Father has come to give it to you, and yet some children divorce such a father. Therefore, he is amazed. You brides used to sing, I will surrender myself to you. Now that I have come, you belong to me, and then you divorce me. Then, instead of ascending, you fall. Those who ascend taste the sweetness of heaven, whereas those who fall, so there is a difference between the prime minister, etc., and the poor natives. Therefore, you should now make effort and claim the kingdom from the Father. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. They have used Krishna's name for this. All of those things and scriptures, etc., have been created for the path of devotion. There is only one God, and he is called the purifier. No one calls out in the land of peace or the land of happiness. Therefore, you children should be fully intoxicated. This is the sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra. No other sacrificial fire will be created after this one. Those people create physical sacrificial fires to finish calamities. The Father finishes such big calamities for half the cycle. None of the sages or holy men know this. They have put Krishna's name in the Mother Gita that was spoken by God. You have to caution people because their intellect's yoga is now connected to Krishna. Krishna doesn't say man mana bhav. Constantly remember me, and I will take you back with me. The Father sits here and makes you worthy. He makes you beautiful and worthy of heaven. Keep Baba in your intellects as you walk and move along. If you are able to have this stage constantly, your boat can easily go across. There is health, wealth, and happiness. You are claiming such an inheritance from Baba, and so you should remember him very much and also follow his teachings. You have to change thorns into flowers. You are now becoming flowers. That is a garden, and this is now a forest of thorns. The names Akasur, Bakasur, etc. are the names of devils who exist at the confluence age. Everyone is to be uplifted. Those who study and teach others and continue to follow Srimad will claim the inheritance from the Father for 21 generations. You will become constantly happy. It is now your 100% stage of ascent. Then your degrees continue to decrease. By this time, all your degrees have ended. You sing, I am virtueless. I have no virtues. The Father is called merciful. He comes every cycle at the confluence age. When Bharat becomes heaven, everyone will be happy. You children now have to follow Srimad, not devilish directions. The Father says, you have been defaming me the most. You either say that I am beyond name and form, or that I am in every particle. All of this is fixed in the drama. You have now become knowers of the three aspects of time, and you know the Father and are claiming your inheritance from Him. There is now going to be bloodshed without cause. All the calamities will come without cause, and many will therefore die. On the path of devotion, they create so many images of the deities. They spend so much money. They create images of deities, worship them, sustain them, and then sink them. Therefore, that is the worship of dolls. Look at the types of images of Kali they create. They cannot be a person like that. While you are sitting here, you are on a pilgrimage. Even while sitting on a train, you are on a spiritual pilgrimage. Your intellects are engaged on a pilgrimage. If your intellects are not connected in yoga, then time is wasted. The Father says, don't waste your time. Your time is very valuable. Don't let even a second go by without earning an income. The Father inspires you to make full efforts. Baba has created the sacrificial fire in order to make the world into heaven. Continue to say Baba, Baba, and your boat will go across. We are Brahmins and we have a very big responsibility. The Father says, children, become soul conscious. Don't cause anyone's sorrow through your thoughts, words, or deeds. Become very sweet. By becoming angry, you do a lot of disservice. No one has become complete yet. The evil spirits are very bad. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for dharana. First point, this time is very valuable. Therefore, don't let even a second go by without earning an income. Make full effort to remain soul conscious. Second point, remember the Father as you walk and move along, and make your stage strong. Become very sweet. Don't cause anyone sorrow. Blessing. May you finish all waste and claim number one by using the right method and become an embodiment of godly success. Just as darkness is automatically dispelled with light, in the same way, by using your time thoughts and breath in a worthwhile way, all waste automatically finishes. Because to use something in a worthwhile way means to use it for an elevated purpose. Those who use everything for an elevated cause conquer all waste and claim number one. They are successful in putting a stop to all waste. This is godly success. Those people with occult powers show temporary miracles, whereas you achieve godly success by using the right method. Slogan: those who uplift the ones who defame them are knowledgeable souls. Om Shanti.